Hi, hello everyone. Thank you to Susanna and to Livia and of course to Alba Cappellieri to invited me to a very useful and I think important presentation. And thank you to everybody to be here. I am Maria Celeste Sangermani. I am a fashion designer consultant and I am based in Milano. I work with a particular focus on bags, leather goods, and jewelry design. And I am a creative consultant, so I work for many different clients. And I help them to develop their accessories collection in terms of creative direction sometimes, and also in terms of design. Yes, as Susanna said before, I was at the first edition of the MAD. So how to start? Before talking about the MAD, I want to say something about my background. I studied art, and then I started to study the fashion design at the Politecnico of Milano for 3 years. And I was focused on jewelry design. After the degree in 2012, I started to work as assistant at the bachelor course of fashion design in the English class of Meta Progetto. That was really interesting and I also want to say funny to be at the other side of the moon. And meanwhile, I was working as creative assistant for Sherry's Flakes. That was a very nice project of handmade swimsuits designed in Milano and made in Italy. Really interesting and nice project. But then I decided to move to London, where I worked for a period to MFP, that is a jewelry brand designed in London but made in Italy. And this was one of the most strong and formative experience of my life, I want to say. I worked a lot and I learned a lot. Also, I learned better. I want to say I discovered that I didn't want to work in jewelry, only in jewelry design. So I decided to come back to Italy, and in 2013 I started the MAD in the September. It was a very strong experience because of course, there were some setting, still some things to set, and it was the first edition, so I'm sure that they improved a lot everything about the lesson and about the collaboration with the different designers. But I'm really, really happy about that experience. That was really important for me, and it signed me in terms of work, professional, but also in terms of person. It changed me a lot, and it helped me to be in contact with many other people that then became a really important part of my job and of my life. Then after the MAD, my experience is this one. I didn't have to look for a job. I started my intern immediately, even before the degree. And after the intern, I worked for this studio that is Idee Partners. It's a consulting studio in accessory design. And after the intern, I had a degree, and in the meantime, they confirmed me and they hired me. So no problem to find a job. at all. I didn't even send a CV anywhere. That's it. That's all. And I was really happy because the company, the studio was my first choice. I really wanted to go to work for them because they work for bags design and shoes design and many other sectors. So I was so happy about this experience. Then after this consulting experience, the MAD secretary called me and they proposed me to go to work to Furla. So they never leave me. They was, I don't know, they asked me to go to Furla and I decided to start this new experience. So that was really important for me because I realized that I didn't want to work for a company. So after a few months, I decided to move to another consulting studio, the Bianchi Studio. That, as I said, it's a consulting studio that works for many clients, and they did fashion design in bags, shoes, but also jewelry design and everything about fashion, prints. And I worked there for 2 years, and it was an amazing experience. I also worked with Susanna. I have this very lucky experience with her, and it was strong and beautiful. And then after these 2 years, I decided to take my life in my hands, and I opened my mind, and I decided to become a freelance. And so I start to work alone for my clients. I started looking for clients and all this tricky stuff, and it was a scary, strong experience, as all the experiences that I had after the POLI.design. And but I'm really happy about this choice. And yes, now I am a freelance designer. I worked in a co-working place, so I still used to work and co-work and collaborate with other designers, other consultants, because I think share ideas and everything is super important for creative works, and especially for fashion designer. And so what else? And that's it. I'm here, and I think I will not be here if I didn't had the MAD.
Cele, thank you very much. Just another last question. If you had to give some advices or tips to a possible future student who would like to apply to the master, what suggestion would you give? I mean, if you could go back and live it differently somehow, like what would you say?
Thank you for this question, because if I can came back, I really wanted to have someone that gave me some tips. So I will be your, non so come si dice, fata madrina.
Godmother fairy?
Yeah, something like this. I will give you some suggestions. First of all, don't be scared. So it will be intense for sure, especially the workshops with the companies and the professionals. 1 week seems to be too short, but it's not. Don't be scared about the time, and don't be scared about the expectations, because the people that you will meet, the professors and the professional people that you will meet are there for you. So give your best and try to take all the things that you can take from that person, that people. Ask about everything. If you have some question, if you need some help, if you need, I don't know, suggestion, don't be shy. Use all the channels, all the instruments, all the tools that you can use to, yes, to take all the inspiration, all the information, all the resources that you can take from that person, that from that people, not only from the professors, but also from your
colleagues.
Yes, because as I said before, for me, one of the most important thing in creativity is to share the creativity, is to share the resources and the inspiration. And I know that the master is made by yourself. You have to do everything by yourself alone, but don't think that you will be alone. You will not. Everybody is there for you, and it will be the best experience if you use it as you can, in the best way that you can.